Aries, good morning. How you doing? So we're going to be doing you a monthly general overview of what you could have coming up this month. But these are really general, okay, in order to be able to gather more information of what it is that you possibly might want to know. Then you would need a personal reading, and you can reach out to me, obviously, by the email provided below. Okay, so let's see. Aries. Now, you can watch yourself as Scorpio or a life path 4, obviously, if you follow me in numerology, and see if that relates a little bit more than anything else that you might be watching. So let's see, Aries. Aries, what has Aries got coming up, please, for this month, for April? What has Aries got coming up this month for April? What has Aries got coming up this month for April? We're not quite ready yet. Yeah, it feels like someone's delaying something, or it's not ready yet. Like, I'm not ready. Someone's not ready for a commitment. I'm not picking up anything to do with around work not being ready. But I'm definitely picking up Jeff or Steve. But I'm definitely picking up someone's just delaying things. Delaying could be 7. Like Puff 7, Cancerian, Pisces is also a delaying energy. Delaying. Feels like departure, like a fucking aeroplane being delayed. Could be someone at a distance, but something being delayed. I'm having to wait and wait and wait. Let's see. Aries for April. Here we go, Aries. So let's see. 7 of Wands. The Star. I'm a little bit off-put by the person that I believe I'm connected to. I can see a future with them, but I just don't believe they see a future with me. Lee, Anne, Laura, Lucy, Lucifer, Capricorn, anybody got L in their name? But I have got a connection with someone that possibly doesn't see... I don't know. It's kind of like something that... Because the 7 of Wands can also be a milestone that needs to be crossed first. Okay. So I need to cross over first. The border? Like, is it a long-distance relationship? Or is it that something that needs to be overcome first? I need to get over the past, or stop being so defensive. But it's also kind of like, I don't know whether to keep connecting with this person or not. Pisces. Let's see, Aries. What's coming up for Aries for April? So you got the Magician. Someone's really trying to manifest this future. There's a big connection here. But there's this fear that someone has other options. Now, none of these cards actually represent a lot of talking and communicating. Represents a connection, but you've got 2 7s, which means that I'm daydreaming and trying to manifest this connection, and I think about you, and I'm kind of waiting on you and whatnot, and it makes me think about you, but then when we're not communicating, it makes me think, why is the energy not being reciprocated? Why is my effort of what I feel? Do you feel the same as I do? It's more of a thinking energy than an actual discussion. Let's see, Aries for April. Yeah. It's thinking. This is thinking. Yeah, the Tower shows up. Because they're not expressing themselves fully. Like, I don't see a relationship. I see a connection, yes. A connection. But sometimes one can have more of a connection than the other. I've got a connection with your mother. I don't know what that means. Let's see. Aries for April. 10 of Cups. 9 of Swords. It's like a friend. It's like a friend that I'm connected to. Or I'm trying to just meet someone, but I'm not really meeting anybody. Because each card is kind of outweighing the other one. Could be around a Libra. But like the Ten of Cups is a happy card. The Nine of Swords is unhappy, but I can't sleep. Think about you quite a lot. Maybe sleep problems, you know, not relating to love, but just finding it difficult in order to be able to get sleep. Page of Pentacles is normally about thinking about someone new. Let's see, Aries for April. Five of Cups, yeah. Four of Wands, Twin Flame. Yeah, you got a difficult twin flame energy going on here. Twin flames are not, they're not always soulmate partners, or could end up being. It's just like a part-time connection. Four of Wands can also represent someone that is married, committed, but in an unhappy marriage or relationship. But these are good cards, and this is a good card. But everything else is just surrounded by confusion, basically. It might be because someone is not fully expressing themselves to the other person. They're not saying to a knot. I keep picking up Pisces energy. Under the deck, you got the Nine of Wands. So it's confusion. It's I'm confused, or I'm already with someone that's narcissistic that I don't want to be with. It's one or the other. But for the majority of this, if you're single, it's connected to someone that doesn't feel the same about me, or definitely acting like they don't. And then there's an energy of I'm with someone that I don't want to be with. So what's the Seven of Wands for Aries? Eight of Pentacles, someone that works online, someone struggling around finances and money. Maybe can't afford a relationship. I mean, you don't buy a relationship, but can't afford to be in a commitment or a relationship. Working all the time, looking after children all the time, not having much time in order to have a relationship. What's the Star? Why is the Star here? There's talking to a Pisces, the Empress. It feels like this Pisces could be a Pisces, Aquarius, Leo in their chart, maybe Aries, fire, some fire in their chart. It feels like that they're hopeful that because this can be a bachelor or a bachelorette, either way, but someone that is willing, looking for a stable commitment of a relationship of an emperor. So they're looking and they're willing, but I believe the options that are here maybe for this person are not really wanting the Empress. What's the Magician? Because it feels like she or he, or the Empress itself, is doing their best in order to manifest. They're coming up as a very stable, willing person that replies and wants and talks immediately. That means because they're looking for a connection, they're looking to work on something, to build a commitment, a relationship, to work on a connection. Why is the Magician here? Ten of Pentacles. Well, the money's good. There's the woman energy that's here, unless there's two of them, but there's a lot of single energy kind of coming up. See, I'm also seeing like the Nine of Pentacles. It's like willing and wanting to go forward into a commitment and a relationship, but it feels like someone keeps putting the brakes on in the commitment, like keeps putting a stop to it. What's the Seven of Cups? To be honest with someone. Looking. There could be a few options here. Pages can mean options. But it's still, I'm looking for a commitment. I'm looking to be honest and talk about the person that I found. But I find them very confusing. Page of Swords. Another page. See, again, it's being emotionally distant with someone because they're not very good at communicating. It's like they haven't got time for a commitment. They just keep making the person think about the person. I mean, I don't know if there's one or two or three people here, I don't know, but definitely one of these stories is that the Page of Swords is thinking about this person, like thinking about someone that is either at a distance, or that is emotionally distant because they're never around and you never get to speak to them, and they're never making a decision. They don't make one. They just remain silent quite a lot of the time, and they're more than likely come in and get your hopes up and then let them down, and then build them up and let them down, build them up, let them down. It's like this tower moment of like a glimmer of hope and then nothing, and then a glimmer of hope and then nothing, because it's trying to get off the ground to work on it, but it doesn't seem to be getting past the first initial introduction type sort of thing. I mean, it could even be new. The Tower, the Lovers, the Moon, and the Hierophant in reverse. Well, that's getting a divorce and a separation. So one of these people or the person could be married. One of them could be hiding a marriage and saying, not telling, I don't know, the person that you're talking to or they're talking to, they're married, or the husband that they're married to, that they're talking to someone. So they have to hide it from their husband or wife. Why do I say husband? Might be a woman. Okay, but they're having to hide it from their husband or their wife, and that's what's not being revealed, is to one of them. Because obviously it would be revealed to the person they're talking to, but not revealed to the person that they want to keep it from. So they're either keeping it from their husband or their wife, that they've got a lustful situation that is kind of coming up as that I've got a lot of feelings for this person. I wouldn't say deeply in love with the person, but I would definitely say a very strong built fair connection that they want. But it kind of comes up of this person of having an affair if they're married and they're not yet divorced. So because I told you there was something here of someone possibly being married or committed into something they don't want to be. So it depends on what you see as, I mean, like I said, if a marriage is over and it's done and it's finished, some people stick by their vows. I can't commit to another person until I'm divorced, or I can't see you until I'm divorced, or I can see you and I can talk to you and I can be that way with you, but I'm just not yet divorced or single. So I have to hide it from one of these people. So it's a twin flame energy with the Tower. What's the Ten of Cups? The King. Yeah, so there's the Queen, which is where was the Queen? The fuck was the Queen? There. So there's this connection between the King and the Queen, that they got a good connection with the Magician and the Ten of Cups and the King of Swords, the Queen of Swords, the Ten of Pentacles and the Chariot. There's a willing to go forward and a willing to meet and everything else. So regardless of what stands in the way, that is a good connection. It's a good connection, but what are the possibilities that it might be at a distance or something stopping us from being together? So what's the Nine of Swords? And then everybody gets freaked out. It's like, oh my God, a stable person in my life. What the fuck? Like, I mean, obviously the Five of Cups can have quite a few meanings in this reading, because you've got the Hierophant in reverse. So it can mean that I'm with someone that I don't want to be with. Okay, that I need to leave that person first, that makes me feel awful and shit, and that I can't do anything with my life until I get out of that. So I'm stressed about it and worried about it, right? But it can also come up against a connection that I have with someone that could be single that keeps sabotaging the relationship before it even starts. Like, there's loads of sabotage issues that someone will not commit to the other person because they sabotage it before it even begins. Page of Pentacles. Two of Cups, you see? A new person. Gemini, Capricorn energy. New person. Page with the Five of Swords. There's competition here. There's ADHD, and there's also this getting, I don't know, slightly annoyed at the person for not, I don't know. Because it can be a sabotaged energy. It can be someone that's playing mind games on someone. It could be the person that's married to the person that doesn't want to be, that gets into a lot of arguments as well. What's the Five of Cups? Yes, it's really. I mean, the Five of Cups for the Seven of Wands starts to make sense. If it's like someone needs to be cut out of this connection, someone needs to be cut out or something in order for this to happen, for the Sun and the Emperor, which is the counterpart of the Empress. So you got two of those at the minute, the King and the Queen, and the Emperor and the Empress. And they're the ones that have, well, kind of the best energy, really, as well. Even though you have the 5 and the 7 there, it's because you've got the Sun and the Emperor. So there could be a few connections that are formed here, and one of them is married. But there's this Empress and Emperor that get on really well. Like a Scorpio, Aries, life path 4, Pisces, life path 3. They talk here. But there's also this disappointed energy. 4 of Wands. The Hangman, Pisces, and also 4 of Aries or Scorpio. 4, Aries, Scorpio, 4, 3, 3. So it's like Aquarius, Pisces, Scorpio, Aries. That's single. What's the 8 of Wands? Really? Wow. Someone's at a distance here. There's third energies coming into play now. You've got another woman here. You've got these scenarios, right? That is of someone that may be connecting with someone that's married and committed and so on and so forth, and they really like that person, or you do, and they really like that person because they connect really well to them. But there's some sort of barrier or something that needs to be overcome first, because this 7 of Wands shows up of a milestone of where that is. Okay, right where this is, right? You've got to follow the numerology. So, and you got 5 there, and you've also got a 5 here. Okay, so they are relating to the 7 of Wands and the 5 and the 7 of Wands. Some kind of milestone that needs to be overcome first before the Emperor and the Empress find it possible to actually be together, but the Sun is surrounding it with good energy to mean that there is possible growth and potential there. To a couple, or one of them at least, that is single, which is a 3, which is a Pisces 3, relating to the Emperor, of a 4, there's a good connection there to a single person. That single person has also got 3s in their chart, which is like life paths Piscean, but they're possibly single because there's the Pisces energy. Single. So what they're doing is, if this be a male, they have possibly also got another choice because they want to be with someone, but the someone that they want to be with is either married or committed or something that they can't get out of. but they want to be with that person, but they can't. Meanwhile, there's another soulmate that is of the twin flame saga that puts people to the test and at work, because you've then got the Eight of Wands, the Queen of Pentacles, that can still represent one of these that has Earth in their chart, Virgo, Capricorn, normally Virgo for me, but Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Obviously numerology, 5, 9, and 6. The Wheel of Fortune that connects all three together, that could also mean another person, a new one. So, yeah, that's what it feels like, Aries, that there is someone connected to, it's like a male connected to a female that's married, right? Connected to a female that's married. They really want to be with that person, but for some reason that there's a void within that of the Seven of Wands, meaning something that has to be overcome. The Seven of Wands also then goes to the Seven of Pentacles, which means waiting. And how long are you prepared to wait, or having patience and waiting on something to happen and that kind of stuff whilst working on a connection. Okay, so the Seven of Pentacles would then go to the Seven of Cups, which is what you did have, and also the Chariot that represents time and distance and travel, and the connection of the married energy. But then you've also got this single energy of like, the person I want, and then kind of like, it's kind of like being single, finding someone that somebody really wants to be with, but there's an obstacle of why they can't. And then whilst also having that very strong connection, there's also another one that possibly comes into play as well, that comes down to like, well, what's kind of going on with that one? And I couldn't really tell you, because you'd have to watch that star sign and everything else. So, okay, so there you go, guys. Thanks very much. Really appreciate it. See you on the next one.